Israel needs to be wiped off the face of the earth. The Muslims are gathered around Israel right now. And what did Obama and you stupid Democrats do? Oh, we got to get out of Middle East. Well, we got to get out of the Middle East. Yeah, nice going, you picking jerks. You're leaving Israel hanging. You're leaving Israel hanging to face the Muslims alone. Bad idea. We need to defend Israel and get ready for the second coming of Jesus Christ. All right? That's my message for the day. Read the Bible. You're here to get an education. Read the Bible while you're able is my message for your education. If you haven't read the Bible yet, don't declare a major. Don't get involved with a girl. Find out what your soul's up to. You got to be ready to die. You got to know what kind of girlfriend you want. If your girlfriend's a heathen and you're a Christian, you got to dump her. You got to get things lined up. Get things lined up.
He's a heathen back here, he said.
Well, you probably
Bible.
get involved with a heathen witch, and you'd be probably happy. Because you guys think alike. Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
Well, a heathen, the Bible says, if you don't believe in God, you're a fool. A fool says in his heart there is no God. So God says you're a fool.
Said this?
The living God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, that inspired the Jews to write the Old Testament, which is a big history book. Big history book, going all the way back to what we say is the beginning. You probably don't believe it, but the Old Testament and the New Testament have Jewish historical credibility.
What happened before that?
Before
they wrote anything down.
Before they wrote anything down, okay, Moses was the first guy to write things down. So Adam and Eve happened.
So
the
nobody
flood.
wrote anything down before Moses?
Right.
Nobody.
It was word of mouth. Nobody knew how to write. What are you talking about? In those times, they didn't know how to write and radio and all that. That came later with the Egyptians. Egyptians and the Mesopotamians and all that, they got into writing.
The history's backwards.
Well, maybe so. But I know the Egyptians were writing, and the Jews were captured by the Egyptians and learned how to write, and Moses is a big shot in the Egyptian world. And you're asking what happened before that. It was word of mouth from Adam to Cain to Abel.
So it all started with Adam?
It all started with two people, Adam and Eve.
No fossil record, everything else is just whatever. That's all put there just to be fun.
Well,
that's all just
evolution, it does exist.
I believe in evolution.
Oh, yes, but I don't believe a species can mutate and evolve and have offspring outside the species line to have another species. Okay? Okay? It's within the species, you have mutations. You start with two horses, now we got a lot of different kinds of horses. Start with two dogs, now we got a lot of different kinds of dogs.
Burros?
Huh?
What are burros? Burros
are a little bit of a mutation between of the horse kingdom, a little radical diversion. But if you guys are right on evolution, that everything came from a single cell, slowly mutated, and all this, there would be an innumerable variety of species. What we have today, fairly well-defined species lines. You got two cows, but a different kind of cows. Then you got horses and different kind of horses. You don't have any horse cows.
What about germs? Go down a little bit lower than just the actual mammal. Like we are very advanced. We are extremely advanced, way beyond anything.
But I'm saying we're advanced because God made Adam and Eve as unique creatures. After checking out the monkeys and checking out all the animals, he says, okay, now I'm going to make somebody in my image and likeness that got a brain, got a wisdom, and I'm going to use him as the example on the planet, not all these other creatures. Because like I said, and you answer this, if there was just a slow evolving of small mutations, there would be an innumerable variety of human and any kind of life. You have fairly well-defined species lines. That goes against evolution.
That is not true. You
do
That
not
is
have
true.
very fine.
You got
definitive
elephants.
species
Where's the mix between an elephant and a donkey? Elephant and a camel.
You're talking about right now. We're talking about evolution. This takes time to progress. You can't just.
Baloney. It's easy to say they got wiped out, but why wouldn't they be alive today in some form? Like you say,
What?
the donkey, the mule, is a hybrid offspring of the horse. Well, where are all the other offsprings that could still live? Of the cows, of the
Alligators.
camels. Camels.
Cows are totally domesticated.
Where's-
We've wiped out every other type of animal that
Chickens.
even resembles a cow that we can't use to domesticate.
Dinosaurs.
We can't use it to make money, so we can't freaking have it anymore.
Well, it's not up
We
to
have taken God and we have put him on dirt, and we just completely ignored everything that He's created. If you want to say that God has created everything, God has created the heavens and the earth, and God has created everything, and God put that initial species down. That initial
The
species
initial
was not
species.
humans.
No homo.
That initial species was a single cell organism
Okay, well that
that
was
evolved into what we have become today.
the original first
can't say
the
that-
first 6 days they all got created by God, but they
6
are
days?
still the.
How old is the planet again? I'm sorry.
I'm one of the ones that believes in the 24-hour day of creation. 6 literal 24 hours a day,
Over here
a
fucking
week.
spreading hate like he knows what the hell he's
So
talking about.
it's a fairly short Earth because I don't believe in take all the time needed to have the evolution of the human being. Because where's all the ones between the monkey and the gorilla and the human being? There would be an innumerable variety of ones that didn't work,
That's the
died,
thing.
and all that. All of a sudden
Exactly.
you got a human being and then a gorilla.
Innumerable.
Very
You have
different.
Innumerable. Small differences between species. Speciation happens, and it just happens. You have a species that blends along with the next one until it's a different species. And you lose all that. Because that is so
Who
small.
says we lose it? Why do you gotta lose it? They lived while they were creating this other species. I'm challenging you guys. You guys just say, well, we lost all the stuff between the alligator and the camel and the elephant. Why aren't there a more variety of human life and even smaller celled animals than we have today? Today you got what it looks like God did. I made 2 horses, and through evolution
let me take
we
a
got a
selfie.
lot of different kind of horses. I made 2 humans, and through a little bit of evolution we got all kinds of different humans, okay? But we don't have any transitional forms between the elephant and the camel
Why do you keep
and the
saying
horse.
that the elephant and the camel are even related?
Well, if-
Genetically, they aren't even from the same family.
Well,
They're mammals.
I'm
Big
ex-
freaking deal.
I'm accepting your premise that we got everything from a small
I
gradual
understand
growth.
that
So
you're
there
doing
should
that,
be
but
an
you
innumerable variety of life
Why are you
rather
here?
than fairly well
under-
defined species lines.
I understand that you think that, but that's not true.
Well, it's evidently true because that's what we see on Earth today.
That's what we see on Earth.
And I say,
Today.
where are all the transitional? Well, they just happen to die. Well, why did they all just happen to die? And now we got a big stinking elephant with no transitional form.
Speciation.
Because you
Look it
guys,
up.
you guys can't, put it together on the creation zone.